I'm Captain Meck, a Brit who is fascinated by America and its food. However, this week I'm not trying any American food, I'm trying chocolate bars from Canada. I know I said at the top of the video that I was only doing Canadian chocolate, but then I remembered that I had some of these as well. For those of you who saw my last video on potato chips, you will know that a relative of mine recently came back from the States and Canada and bought me a bounty load of snacks. I've already done the savoury potato chips, and this week I'm going to be sampling some chocolate bars. Let's have a look at what we've got. Bear paws. I thought this was some kind of cake, but I read that it is actually some soft cookies. A coffee crisp. That sounds up my street. Here in the UK we have a toffee crisp. Do not have coffee crisps, so I'm excited about that. Also, we have a Mirage. Both of these chocolate bars are from Nestle. If you haven't seen my potato chip video, have a look on the screen somewhere and you can give it a watch. Let's get straight into it, my friends. Let's go for bear paws. I think it's supposed to be a whole bear rather than a paw, but if it's a paw, I can't quite make out the shape. Oh, maybe it is a bear paw. Maybe you can see that better on the camera than I can standing behind it. Maybe it is. It smells good. Perfectly pleasant cookie. It's come all the way from Canada. It's done quite well on the journey. It tastes relatively healthy as well. It's kind of got an oaty, earthy kind of cereal taste. It's not super sweet. Actually, those are quite pleasant. I'm quite impressed with bear paws. Let's try a Mirage. Now this set, it is real, thank goodness for that, bubbly milk chocolate. So if it's not chocolate flavoured candy, then my guess is this is going to be like what we call a whisper here in the UK. We have whispers and we have Aeros, both bubbly chocolate bars. It has probably suffered a bit from age and travel. Let's give it a try. It's a little bit lacking in flavour. Now, whether that's because it's kind of old and well travelled, or it just tastes like that from brand new, I'm not sure. Not that excited with that. I am excited about this one. I have high hopes for Coffee Crisp. It does say, makes a nice light snack. Well, that's good. Well, now we know what it can do for you and your life. Looks pretty good. Smells of coffee, but that wonderful kind of fake coffee smell. Oh, I'm liking this. Oh yeah, this is good. Probably can't see that, but it's kind of wafers at the top, wafers at the bottom, and then a light kind of chocolatey, powdery filling in the middle with coffee flavour. That's a winner for me. Coffee Crisp, yes, I love it. Well done, Canada, I like Coffee Crisp. I have already tried these, as have my kids. And as many of you Americans know, and as I think I have mentioned on this channel somewhere before, Brits have the Hershey's problem, in that one of the ingredients is, I believe, now I don't know how you say it, butyric acid? I don't know. So the story goes, butyric acid was added to Hershey's because it was a way of essentially souring the milk used in chocolate to a safe level so that that milk could travel across the states long distances and then be used in chocolate production. But of course it gives Hershey's, to some people, a particular flavour which I can taste very strongly, and I find it really unpleasant. It does taste like it's vomit. It is that gone off sour milk thing. But of course it's from the States and it's had that ingredients for like 100 years or whatever. So Americans, you know, you're just used to that. That's just the flavour of your chocolate, so it doesn't seem any different to you. But because we don't have that ingredients in our chocolate, it's much more noticeable to us here in Britain. So I get the almonds first, then it's the underlying, it just sneaks up, and it is sour milk and vomit. It's really unpleasant. Now, interestingly enough, I gave these to my wife, Mrs. Meck, and my mother-in-law. I didn't mention anything about the flavour, the Hershey's. I just said, try one of these. Both of them went, oh, tastes like it's gone off. That was a really kind of visceral reaction. All three of my kids have tried these, loved them. Didn't know what we were talking about. Did not get that flavour at all. They were just like, yeah, great, what are you on about? It's just like normal chocolate. So that was kind of fascinating to me. They did not pick up on it at all. and yet it's really, really strong for us. So a very interesting one. And again, I'm not dissing it, right? I'm not dissing American chocolate. It just has an ingredient that we're not used to, we don't like the taste of. There is an interesting article on the use of this acid in Hershey's chocolate and why Britons don't like it. I will post it in the description below. Really interesting, gives the histories of Hershey's, how this acid was used, why it was used, and also the other ways that acid crops up in nature. It gives a wet dog a particular smell as well, because that type of acid is secreted often from a dog's bum. That is something to be reckoned with. And in fact, at the end of the article, the guy says, I challenge you now not to think of a dog's bum the next time you're eating a little Hershey's Kiss. I suppose I should do the thing where I say join, like, subscribe, comment, blah, 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 blah. There you go, done it. Normal videos should resume next week, where I actually cook American food and eat it and try it, and the scoreboard will return. You have been chocolatey and slightly kissy as well today, and slightly vomity with a little bit of dog's bum. Captain Meck, out!